Good evening and welcome to the ayondo TradeHub webinar. Just to make sure that you can all hear me, if one of you could type that they can hear in the chat function, which should just be on the pop-up that you've got. That's great. Okay, so we will we'll make a start now. What we're going to cover in this webinar is the account opening process, so how to open a self-directed trading account. Then from there, we'll move on into how to use the platform, so using product search, adding products to a watch list, the charting, and then through to opening, closing trades, amending stop losses, and any other features that I think will be useful. So, firstly, to open an account, the first thing you need to do is go to ayondo.com. You'll see here that click on the Trade Yourself, Open Account, and that will just take you through to the Open Account section. And from here, you just need to fill in your details and select the top one here, Trading. Once you've gone through there, it will ask you to fill in your personal information, so name, date of birth, address, etc. Once that's gone through, you'll receive an email shortly after you filled that in, which contain your login details. And from there, we come to the login page. So simply enter the username and password you were sent. And from there, you've got the trading platform open. So first thing and probably most important thing is searching for products. So at the top line here, if you hover your mouse over, we've got product search. You've got watch list that you've created, which we'll come on to later. Any open positions and orders. And from here, we've got account history. Up at the top, usual features, so spread betting, which is the account type. The account ID, cash balance, any open profit or loss, the account value, margin available, and liquidity. So firstly, to search for a product, simply click product search, and from here we'll be greeted with the different asset classes. You can either search using this, so for example, if I'm looking for the UK 100s, I could do indices, United Kingdom, and we've got them all listed here, or alternatively, you can enter it in the search box here. So to look at the different information on a product, you've got this section here, which is the product information sheet. This will tell you everything you need to know about that particular product, so the trading hours, margin required, minimum stake size, maximum stake size, and also the session refresh time. So that would be the time that charts are updated on a daily basis. So if I want to add a product to my watch list, we've got the gold stars along here. So I can simply select that. It'll be added to my watch list. Or alternatively, I can select here. And that will then go to my watch list. To bring up the watch list, simply click on watch list, which is the star icon. And from here, we'll have all the products that have been added to my watch list. You can add a product both from the way I showed you here, or alternatively, if you click to add product, you can then search through them through the box here. You can also remove products, so select edit, and you can just click on this bit and it will remove them from. And when you're done, select finish editing. And then you've got your watch list here. At the top here, you can create multiple watch lists. You can delete a watch list. And you can create a new watch list. Any of the products that you add will automatically be on the watch list that you're following. So, for example, here I've selected test. So if I add these products to it, and as you see, they've both been added to my watch list here. The next thing that we'll look at is how to bring up charts. So there's two ways you can bring up a chart. Firstly would be just by selecting the product, and the little button here shows your chart. If you click on that, that would launch a chart. Alternatively, you can launch it directly from your watch list. And that will then bring up the chart. So what you've also got on the charts is the ability to change the size, so you can have multiple charts running at the same time. And you can also flick between products that are in your watch list. So if I move back to my global watch list, you'll see I've got all the products listed there. I could switch between them. Going through the different instruments on the chart, obviously product type will display the product that's in my watch list. Chart type, so you can flip between candlestick, open, high, low, close, line chart, spine chart, area chart, and range bar chart. Scale, so we can select from 1 minute scale all the way down to year. Finally, here we've got indicators, so you could add indicators on here. When you've got an indicator on, you can change the features or timescale simply by hovering over. And then if you want to remove any of the indicators, you can either select remove indicator, or just at the top here you can close it off. Tools, here we've got the opportunity to add both vertical lines and also horizontal lines. And if you want to change or move them, simply hover your mouse over it, select the arrow key, that will move it up, or if you want to delete it. The other options here are trend channels, Fibonacci, distance tool, and again you can move those around just by select, and you can also edit them there. Finally, positions, we'll come over to that in a bit, but this gives you the ability to show any open positions you've got on that particular asset, and able to change any stop loss, or remove any take profit, or actually close the trade down. So what we'll look to do now is show you the basics of opening a trade. So the easiest way to open a trade from a watch list is you've got the buy and sell price here. So I simply scroll down to UK 100, select buy. That will then bring up a deal ticket. You can change it to sell just by simply clicking there, and simply entering the stake size, stop loss if you wish. You can simply either move it down or enter the amount, and the take profit. At the bottom here, we've got the ability to change the leverage, or effectively the margin used. And if I wanted to click that, simply click place buy trade, and we'll see that that's gone in. The other way to open a trade would be from the chart. Simply click on either the buy or sell button. Again, that'll bring up the deal ticket, and just enter in the information here. The other option is through the search box. Either click on the product, again click on buy or sell, or alternatively by selecting on the actual product itself. So once we've got a trade running, if we go to the up and down arrow here, we display our open positions and orders, and we'll see here we've got the trade running that we just placed. Up at the top here on open positions and orders, we've got individual positions. So if, say, for example, I had 2 trades, so let me just put another one on. So you've got the 2 buy trades that I've just done. Aggregated positions would show the aggregate of them, so buy 3. And orders would be any orders that I've got that haven't been filled. So if we go back to positions, we'll see you've got the trade value, margin used, entry price, exit price, current profit or loss, and listed here we've got any take profit or stop loss that's attached to the position. So to go in and amend a take profit or stop loss, simply hover over that particular trade, select linked orders, and you can enter them in. And then we'll see that they've been added and amended there. If you want to remove one, simply go back to the linked orders again. Select that and just delete it and then submit changes. So we see that now that take profit's been taken off. And we've also got the ability to amend a stop loss or take profit using a chart. So if we simply went to the individual product, select chart, and what we'll see here is I've got my stop loss here. So I simply hover on that and I can move it up the chart, select the tick, and we'll see that's been confirmed. If we go back to the chart, we can also amend any take profit. Exactly the same, simply drag it, and then as soon as you've moved it to the level you want, select the tick. Alternatively, if you go back to the stop loss or take profit, select on the pen, so the edit bar, and you can go and type them in here. So that's amending a take profit both from the chart or from the function here. What I'll show you now is how to close a trade. So there's a variety of different ways that trade could be closed. The easiest would be from the open positions. So select the product and the trade that you want to close. Simply go to the end and select close. That will give you the current price up here, current profit or loss, and select close. You get a pop-up window here just confirming the trade's been closed and the execution price and time. The other alternative to close a trade would be through the actual chart itself. So if we select chart, select the trade, which is the blue line, select the button there, so the X, and select close trade. The other option is going back to aggregated positions. If you had multiple trades and you're looking to close them all, we go back to aggregate positions, and if I set close, that'll then close all of the trades I've got there. So if we go back here, that's 3 individual trades and they were all closed at the same time. So other options when opening a trade is you've got the ability to force open a trade. So what that enables you to do is to go both long and short on the same product. So if I open trade of 1 here, if I then also wanted to go short on the same instrument, what I could do is simply click sell, enter my stake size, and this box here, force open, if you tick that, that will then open a brand new trade going in the opposite direction. So if I select that Go back to my open position orders. We'll see we've got a buy of 1 and a sell of 1. If we go back to the aggregated, we'll see here we've got buy of 1 and sell of 1. And then we can also split them as well. So it will show all long trades and all short trades separately. Again, from here we could either close it from the individual positions window, or alternatively go back to aggregate positions and select close. So the other options that we've got in regards to closing a trade would be, if we are currently long 1, would be to simply just select sell, enter the stake size, ensure you haven't ticked force open, and you'll see that's then closed the trade. So if we go back through our open positions and orders, what we're going to do is place an order. So to see any open orders that you've currently got running, we select orders. Again, bring up a deal ticket, same as if we were going to open a trade at market. And at the top here we've got place order. So exactly the same as previous deal tickets. Enter the stake size. The addition here is the entry price. Again, any stop loss that you want, and take profit. And finally here we've got the order expiry. So we offer 2 different expiries on our orders. The first one here is good till cancelled. So that will remain on the account until it's physically cancelled by yourself. The second option is good for day. So if we select this one, and if we go back to the product information sheet for the UK 100s, what we've got here is the session refresh time. So any good for day trades or any good for day orders will automatically be cancelled if they're not filled at the session refresh time. So if I were to place this order on now, if it hadn't been filled at my entry price by 16:30 tomorrow, it will automatically be cancelled off my account. On this order I'm going to select good for day and click place buy order. Window pops up to confirm the information. Simply select close. And if we look in the order section here, we've got all the details about the trade. So trade value, the margin used, entry price, distance currently away from my order, and stop loss or take profit. You can go in and amend any orders by clicking on this section here, amend. Again, you could change the entry price, remove the stop loss, and change the take profit. If you want to change the stake size as well, select amend, and there we'll see it's been updated. If you want to remove any orders from the system, simply, as with closing a trade, just click cancel order, and we'll see that order's now been taken off. Next, what I'll go through is a few of the other features of the platform. We've got here tools and resources, so any live economic data news here. So we've got any holidays, expiries, dividends that will be paid during the week. It's quite a handy one for equity traders. Company earnings as well. And any expiries as well. So this is more relevant for anyone trading any of the futures. We've got all of them that will expire within the next 2 weeks. Moving above, we've got Reuters News. So currently for live holders, that's instant. I'm just using a demo account here, so it's delayed by 15 minutes, but simply select that. And if you're looking to open up a trader account or become a top trader, which will be covered in another webinar, simply click the website here. Looking forward now to the account history. Simply select this. Up here we've got the trade history. So that will display any trades. Again, we can simply click in them. Gives you all the details of it, the trade ID, time it was executed, buy or sell, stake size, execution price, and leverage. Also got transaction history. So this will be any transactions, financing, trade results, any dividends will all be here. Order history, so any orders that were placed. And also download, so the ability to download both the trade or transaction history. You can select PDF or Excel. And finally the time zone. Simply select download and that will download the report. To change any of the search parameters here, simply select the distance you're looking from, so the last month, last year, or alternatively you can select from a specific date. And simply here to change the amount of records displayed, select 200. Okay, so finally we'll go through a couple of the settings that can be changed. Here you've got the ability to change between a CFD trading account if you've opened both, or a spread betting account. On this section, any messages that have been sent to you. Any feedback that you wish to leave, simply select here and type in any details. Show account details, so to show the username, account type, the account ID as well. And finally settings. Here obviously language change, could change between leverage and margin. And background colours here. One other handy feature that you may find useful on the platform is the ability to change the actual leverage or the margin required per trade. So if I were to bring up a trade on BlackBerry, what we've got down here is the minimum margin rate. So the value at £1 a point on BlackBerry is £894.90. So the minimum required on this particular product is £89.40, so 10% of the trade. So if you don't want to use leverage or you want to pay a higher amount of margin on the trade, simply select the slider and we'll notice up here the margin's changing. So you can trade all the way up to 100%. So effectively what you've done here is replicated buying a cash product with full margin. By doing that you wouldn't get any financing charges and you're using no leverage at all. So you can change this for each trade. So say for example you wanted to do 50%, you can simply put 50% of the value of the trade, select place by trade, and if we look up to the top here we'll see that my margin used is 448. Again, as with all the others, you can simply amend any of the details on the chart, or we can go through and close the position here. Okay, so that's pretty much the sort of basics of using the platform. If there's any questions that you'd like to ask, feel free to type them in the chat box. I'll endeavour to answer as many as possible. Okay, so I'll go through a couple of the ones we've had. Any of the ones that we don't get time to go through, I'll respond back to you individually. So the first one is, can you change the chart colour? So if we just bring up a chart here. So if we go to the settings on the chart and simply select switch to light theme, that will then change the colour of the chart. Again, if you want to switch it back, simply select that and switch to dark theme, and that will change it back. Second one is how can you change your passwords? You'll be given a password when you initially sign up for the account, but to go in and change it, simply go up to the top here, settings, and change password, and simply enter in the new password that you wish. Finally, another one we've had is, can you trade using an iPad? Yes, you can trade using both iPhone and Android. They're downloadable from Google Play or alternatively the Apple Store. In regards to tablets, the platform has a tablet optimized version, so no need to download an app. Simply log in as you would through the website and it will automatically register that you're accessing it through a tablet, and it will be adjusted accordingly. So you can use all the same functionality and features that you would using either the desktop or the mobile app. Another question was in regards to working out the notional value of a trade. So you've got the ability on the platform to enter either stake size or alternatively the actual physical value of the trade. So if we were to go to GBP USD, bring up a deal ticket here, and from here we can either select the stake size. So at £1 a point would give the trade value of £15,913. Alternatively, you could select the actual amount that you wish to trade. So if I select input method notional, what I can do here is type in the value of the trade that I want, and we'll see here it will automatically calculate the stake size for you. So 20,000 is currently £1.26 a point. Okay, so that's it for this evening's webinar. If there's any questions that you have, you can email support@ayondo.com, or alternatively you can call the help desk number, and either myself or one of my colleagues will be able to answer any questions you've got. Thank you very much for your time.